Hey, what's going on, y'all? Connor from RocPokemon here, coming at you with episode 2 of the experiment number 2. So, as we introed last week, we are going to be ripping and grading a Japanese Neo theme deck. If you recall, it's going to involve us finding two hollows inside there that are thematic in nature. So how that breaks out is actually I think I pulled this off of Bulbapedia, but basically you're going to have some like thematic evolution line cards and base sets of Pokemon as well with other random commons. So same deal as the base deck, you're going to get those 30 energies. You're going to get 18 commons, 8 uncommons, 2 rares, and of course, like we said, 2 hollow rares. So we're going to just take a few look skis at some pricing that I pulled off Alt and eBay Terapeak for Japanese Neo 1 Neo Genesis Hollows. So as a reminder, our deck, we bought 2 decks for 325, so that comes at 162 spot 5. Actually traded one of the decks for product as well that was worth like 170, so we did quite well. These decks sell all day long at 200, so we just got to kind of figure out our hurdle next time, or 2 videos from now. Next time you will see me open the deck, hopefully, unless something goes terribly awry, but yes, and then we'll fill in all the details like last time. So let's zoom in here, and we'll look. Why don't we just look at the rares first? Kind of do it piece by piece. No surprise, of course. You are coming in with your Lugia at the highest price. In fact, the 9 is actually the second highest price card. So pretty tough there. Not quite the same as base set, but similar in the fact that the 9 of the Charizard obviously surpasses many other 10s in the set. So what do we have? So we're looking down the list. T17, of course, looking okay. We're breaking over 100 there. Pichu, we're almost hitting 100. And then it starts to really drop off. I mean, you're looking at the slew of 10s here, all between, Blossom and Jumpluff, Ampharos too, yikes, Skarmory, yikes, all under 40. These are linked, that's why. That just flitted over. So Azumarill almost gets us to 50, and then you hit 50s on Steelix, Togetic, and you get into the 70s with some of the starters. So the starters, obviously got see that's over here. So T17 coming in at 120 almost. We got Feraligatr coming in at 65 and Meganium at 40. So really pretty tough here. But you do get 2 hollows, right? So, if you get 2 hollows that are not great and they both lucked out and hit 10s, maybe here you end up with $90. So not super great, very top heavy set, very difficult set to recoup your money in that regard. And don't forget, we got the metal energy down here where it's basically worthless in a 9, and again, basically worthless in a 10 as well. The 9s, you're looking at, you're selling those all for between 20 and $40, which is not optimal. So hoping we can hit a 10 on one of them. Obviously, that's very tough. Those cards get banged around in there. This is really just for fun to see how bad it can get. But as we know, there's more than just the hollows, and we do get 2. Obviously, if you hit something big here, you do okay. I have never seen a Lugia pulled from a deck. I don't even know if it's possible, because usually it's thematic. Like you get the T17 line, or you'll get a bunch of psychic Pokemon and get Slowking, or you'll get like obviously Totodile with Feraligatr, things like that, Cyndaquil with the Typhlosion. Meganium, of course, with Chikorita. So that whole deal. Azumarill, you'll get Marill. Togetic, you'll get Togepi. Usually Pichu, you'll get a Pikachu in there. So thematic, which is cool. I think that's really fun. But it's gonna be a tough slog on this one. But I'm just stoked to open it up. So looking at the rares, I mean, just really, I kind of like just took cards that actually like might matter for us. The banned arcade game card, which is this one. That one is pretty neato, and we wanna hit that in a 10. That does us really well. And then Sneasel is really the only relevant one, and then Cleffa. So if you get Cleffa in a 10, at least you don't get totally annihilated. But and remember, these are actually hard coded this sheet because I copied it from somewhere else, or I actually moved it around so I could maneuver it. But anyway, this is basically my fee with the 10% discount for being a top rated seller. So anywho, Sneasel, Cleffa, arcade game. Really, you want to pull that ban card. You don't pull that ban card, and that kind of stinks on the rare side. So let's look at our uncommons real quick. Some that are good as well. We'll just go by Pokemon now. Bayleaf in the evolution line. You're always going to try to grade that, get a 10 to complete the evolution line. If you get that with Chikorita and Meganium. Card flip game. Another, let's see if we can open that one up. Card flip game. Another banned card. So that's a pretty dope one. Crocodile and Quilava. Again, to complete the evolution line. Sometimes, even if you grade those in a 9, you just get cooked. If you can grade a sequential from the starter up to the rare, with the hollow, it can work out for you. Those can sell bundled together and actually mean you can actually transact this too, because sometimes this might not even sell. So, and then of course my boy Togepi in 10, actually a great card. So really what we're looking for from the uncommons, which we get how many 8s? Let's look over here and select all real quick. So we're gonna get 8 uncommon cards. So again, I just picked ones that were worthwhile to grade. So maybe we got a shot to get a couple of these. And then lastly, our commons that might actually be of some worth to grade. Again, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile as your starters. Again, even the 10s, they're selling for like $30. I mean, this is not 2020, guys. It's tough. Neo 1, tough set on the non-hollows for sure. Even on the hollows, very tough. What we're really looking for, well, the Morel's not bad, and you buffer that with the Azumarill, you get a nice little pair there. Pikachu with the Pichu, again, Pikachu in a 10, 50. Again, these are really probably not going to 10. Then you got a couple cool common trainers. You got Moo Milk, the band card, that does really well in a 10. Even in a 9, at least we do okay. And not after just not great, but you still do okay after the grading fee. Anywho, and then Pokemon March, one of my personal favorites. Love that card. You got like so many awesome Pokemon on that card. I love it. And then the Slowpoke to go with your Slowking as well. You do okay in a 10, but in a 9 you get cooked. So as you can see, 9 cooked, 9 cooked, 9 basically cooked. So you gotta be really careful with these ones. Only really gonna send. This is gonna be a much tighter send out, I think, no matter what happens, just because so many of them are just not worth grading in the Neo sets. I mean, if you look at this, let's go by descending. What's going on? I'm on a Mac, that's why. There we go. So, again, your Lugia at the top with your T17 Pichu and band cards. Band cards get you over 50, and a few other hollows in 10. Togetic, great card. Love this one. Absolute banger. Usually really swirly. But on the flip side, if you're getting 9s in commons and uncommons in this set, I mean, you are just getting annihilated. So we're going to be really thoughtful with what we send. Usually it's going to be, you know, like I said, this can be a loss leader, for example, to get some liquidity on a set, right, of your, you know, if you take the Totodile, the Croconaw, and the Feraligatr, you might actually get a few more bucks, especially if they're sequential. So we'll see what happens if we get something like that. But again, this one's going to be very thoughtful and targeted. Really looking forward to it, though. These decks are super cool. And hopefully we get some banger hollows. Again, I just expect to get like I don't know, like a Steelix and a Bayleaf or something, you know, or Meganium, excuse me, you know, something like that, where you get a thematic, and then you get something in like the colorless or some range. You could get a Togepi Togetic if we're really lucky. So sorry for the quick video, but wanted to get the next one out in this series. So hopefully this was insightful as to how much more difficult I think it is on the Neo decks to do well based on where a lot of cards are grading, especially in 9. Obviously you get 8, you're obliterated. So gotta be really thoughtful about that. Stay tuned. Next video, we will be opening the deck. I absolutely cannot wait to see what happens. The last thing I will note is that there is the Lugia coin. I just did not even factor that in because I just don't think that's going to be something that we're going for. It's too binary of a risk on such a like tight set. So, but if we just get cooked, we could shoot for the moon. So we'll see. We'll in video 4, maybe we'll touch on that if we decide to send it. Depending on how it looks when we open it. So thanks for watching, y'all, and as always, collect what you love, but do it intelligently. This is Connor, RocPokemon. I will see y'all very soon.